Hey, what's going on Tuesday, June 16th, 2026? Ken Arzone talking baseball. I'm promoting my book, I admit it. Yearly leaders of every batting category. 13 chapters in this book, and I've covered 11 chapters. I'm zeroing in on specific stats in offensive categories. Chapter 1, I did home runs. And what I did was the top 5 baseball players in history each season from 1871 through 2025. The top 5 each year, making the list, most home runs hit in a season. Top 5. So chapter 1 was home runs. Chapter 2, batting average. Chapter 3, runs scored. Chapter 4, runs batted in. Chapter 5, triples. Chapter 6, doubles. Chapter 7, singles. Chapter 8, total bases. Chapter 9, slugging. Chapter 10, on base percentage. Chapter 11, base on balls. Chapter 12, I want to look at the top 5 baseball players each season making the list with most stolen bases in a season. So I'm going to go decade by decade with stolen bases. This video, the 1870s. I start with 1871 because that's where Baseball Reference starts. Okay? Mike McGarry, 20 stolen bases, led the league. Top 5, Jimmy Wood, 18, Ned Covert, 16, Dave Egler, 14, Andy Leonard, 14. So not that many stolen bases. Why? 1870s, they're only playing 60 games. They don't get up to about 100 games until about late 1880s, 90s. And then after 1900, they start getting up to 120, 130, 154 game season. So the totals in the 1870s will be low. (1872) Dave Egler, 18, Ned Covert, 14, George Wright, 14, Mike McGarry, 13, John Hatfield, 12. 1873, Ross Barnes steals 43 bases. That's the high so far. Andy Leonard, 27, Deacon White, 19, Ned Covert, 14, Harry Schaefer, 14. 1874, Tom Barlow, 17, Andy Leonard, 11, Bill Craver, 11, Jim O'Rourke, 11, Mike McGarry, 10. 1875, Tim Murnane, 30, Ross Barnes, 29, Liv Pike, 25, Herman Delman, 23, Jack Burdock, 20. So in Baseball Reference, we've got 5 years listed in the 1870s. So I went to Baseball Reference because I'm looking up the stats. And I said, well, what happened 1876? And so I have it here. No record, Baseball Reference. From 1876, 1877, 78, 79, 1880, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. Those years are not mentioned on Baseball Reference as far as stolen bases. What gives? What do you think happened? In 1875, Tim Murnane stole 30 bases. But then he played 1876, 1877, 1878. There is no record. So the stats are nebulous. They're incomplete. In those years, 1876 through 1885. Go figure. I don't know. So that's all we've got for the 1870s. Who should we look at as far as being proficient in stolen bases in that 6-year period, 1871 through 1875? Mike McGarry was listed 3 times. He made the top 5 3 times. So take note of him. Ross Barnes twice. Dave Egler a couple times. I'm going to have to give the 1870s to a guy named Mike McGarry. Not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. But he made the top 5 3 times. Ross Barnes had the most stolen bases in that decade. He had 43 in 1873. And it's listed. We've got the record. But for some odd reason, 1876 through 1885, no mention of stolen bases as a stat in baseball history, okay? All right, so that's this video. I want to devote each decade to a video. So the next video I'll do will be 1886 through 1889. Well, I'll have one video 1870s, one video 1880s. Then when we get into the 1890s, it'll be a 10-year period. And then the 1900s and all the way up through 2025. There'll be a decade by decade by decade, top 5 each year in those decades, okay? That's what I want to do as far as stolen bases in this series of videos, okay? Next video, 1880s. I'm out.